Hi everyone, you can build swim-specific muscular endurance at home with a set of pull cords. And this high-intensity session is going to do just that. It's going to test you to your limit, so you want to get ready. If you haven't done one of our warm-up videos, jump across, do that first, then come back here, and we're going to, over the course of about 18 minutes, going to see how many reps you can do of some really swim-specific exercises. So if you need to do the warm-up, go and do that now. If you're already well warmed up, let's go. So let me talk you through the structure of the session that we've got today. It's a high-intensity swim cord session, and you're going to be working 60 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You're going to do 3 lots of 2 exercises 3 times. And that's going to be for a total of 18 minutes worth of work. I'm going to talk you through the exercises now. Okay, so let me take you through the 6 exercises in this session. I've got my swim cords anchored to a hook over the door and just made sure that they're really, really secure because we're going to put in a lot of tension on them through the session. The first exercise is going to be a reverse high pull, starting with your arms above your head and pushing down to 90 degrees. Works the chest. You have to control really hard through the core as well. We'll do that for 1 minute, then spin around, stand up, and we go into something as close to a front crawl, freestyle movement as you can possibly get. We want to get that nice high elbow catch and then push through, rotating the hips out of the way, high elbow recovery. And there is your action. They're the first 2 exercises. We're going to do those. High pulls, freestyle, high pulls, freestyle, high pulls, freestyle. Then we're going to move on to our next 2 exercises. The first one, muscle ups. Think like you're doing a pull up and then keeping the wrists high, flick into dip. And we do that nice and quick. So it's a pull dip. Pull dip, keep the elbows and hands high, that'll activate the lats, and then pushing through will get the triceps. You might have already seen on the board, we then move straight back to front crawl. So really specific again, never getting too far away from swim specific work. Then, so we do those again, 3 times through. We then go on to our last one, triceps, ski pulls. So with the handles down rather than palms down, we're now going side on, so if we're going to give a thumbs up to someone, and we're going to push there. So we push, push, push. You can get the body involved a little bit if you want. Weight through the heels on the squat, whipping back. Really hard work through the triceps, and then you've guessed it, straight into freestyle again. So there's the session that we're going to do. A total of 18 minutes worth of work. You want to do as many reps as you can for each without losing control. Can you do it? Let's find out. Off we go. Right, we're going to start in about 10 seconds. So get yourself ready for the first round, the reverse high pulls into the freestyle. You're going to hear that klaxon sound every time it's at the start or the end of a rep. So get yourself ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So we want to maintain the best form that we can all the way through here, all the way through each of the exercises, whilst also getting the max amount of reps out. The work here should be hard. If it's already feeling a little too easy, then you just make sure that you've got enough tension on the band so you can shuffle forward from the anchor point if you need to get that extra bit of tension. Trying to control that core on this one is quite tough, and as I say, keeping the arms long, pushing down, feeling the chest activate, and then the lats just kicking in at the end of the movement. As soon as we hear that klaxon, we move to freestyle with 10 seconds recovery in between. That's it. So we've got 10 seconds just to transition to standing up. And now we're going to go on to that front crawl motion. Ready? Off we go. So I'm going to get the technique first. And then gradually start to up the intensity. We've got a lot of sets of these, so plenty of chance to get the work in and fatigue the lats and the chest. If you find this movement is just a little bit complicated, you're struggling with the coordination, any single arm movement is fine. So you can just do it as single arm pulls under the water. So you have to do it with an overarm recovery, or you can just do straight arm pulls like this, wiggling back and forth. It's fine as an alternative as well. If you do that, make sure you're holding on to a nice tight core. We've got 5 seconds, and then we change to the reverse high pulls again. There's the klaxon. So 10 seconds to get yourself set up. Back to that start position. Off we go. A little bit more tension if you need it, based on how hard you found that first round. This obviously isn't exactly swim specific because, you know, we want a nice high catch in the water, but it's activating a lot of the same muscles and it's giving us some quite specific core work as well. We've got the really specific work in every set with the freestyle. Good stuff. Keep those reps coming. Arms nice and long, body nice and tall. Dig in, guys. Come on. All the way. Keep repping it out until the end. There we go. 10 seconds to transition into the front crawl technique. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Good. So here you want that initial catch point to be as high as possible, as if you're getting that arm along the surface of the water. I'm trying to keep the spine nice and long too, by keeping my chin tucked in, so I've got a nice long neck, not looking up like that, like you might in open water. I'm getting the push through the floor to get the body rotation driven through the hip, and then trying to get the catch at the front and then snap the arm back. If you're doing this with any kind of screen or mirror, you can get some really good technique feedback as well. Keep working towards the end of the minute. We're nearly there. Good stuff. So now we're transitioning into our last round. 1 minute reverse high pulls into freestyle. Go straight into it. How many reps can you do? Let's push ourselves on this one. You just have to come down to 90 degrees or maybe a tad further. As soon as the straps hit my shoulders is when I'm stopping. To keep that core stability as well, really engaging the glutes to keep the hips forward and a nice straight body line from my knees through my hips up to my shoulders and then hopefully up to my fingertips when I'm at that high point. Oh, this is quite a good one because it means that you work on range of movement and strength through range of movement in the shoulders, which is really important when it comes to swimming well. Keep working for the rest of the minute. Oh, we're there. We're there. Let's judge the time. Last little freestyle for this set, and then we're going to transition to the muscle ups. Ready? Off you go. So we're into it now. You should be starting to feel quite warm. You want to keep your back as flat as you can as you work through this freestyle section. I know mine isn't perfectly flat, but just trying to make sure you don't round it off too much. Take your time to get the catch at the front. Remember, the first movement is that little push forward through the shoulder joint so that you can internally rotate your upper arm. Then you lift the elbow as you drop the fingers and then snap the arm back, feeling the chest and the lats drive. We've got 5 more seconds and then we move on to the next round. 2, 1. So now we're here. We're on to muscle ups and freestyle. Set number 2. To get yourself ready, like you're doing a pull up into a dip. So pull, dip, pull, dip, pull, dip. And then make that movement as smooth as you can. Oh, this one, especially given the work you've already done, should really target the triceps. I would say as well, you want to try and seat your shoulder blades as low as you can. So try and push them down. And that just means that you engage the lats as well. So elbows and hands high. My weight's through my heel. My glutes are engaged. Not doing very well at it, but I'm trying to pull in a straight line from the anchor point. We've got 8 seconds, and then we go back into the front crawl. Specific work. 2, 1. Oh, okay. So we've got 8 seconds to recover because we don't have to change our position too much. 3 seconds, then front crawl. Ready? Off we go. If you find that you've got a good, quite good visualization, I can find it really useful when I'm doing this one, just imagining myself in the water, taking myself back to the pool I normally swim in, imagining the feel of the water, looking at the tiles, noticing other swimmers, just feeling that length I try and get in the stroke, and the rhythm I try and get in the stroke. Doing really well, guys. I have to admit, I designed this so that it ramps up in difficulty. So keep sticking with it, even if it's tough. 3 seconds, and then you get a rest. Nice on this one. You have to do much movement in the transition. So we're back to the muscle ups now. Pull up to dip. Ready? When you start to feel that these are hard, remember, at least you're not doing them on an actual pull-up bar, or else it might be even tougher. So seat those shoulder blades nice and low. Keep the hands high. If you were looking at yourself from the side, you don't want the hands sinking much below the body line. Keep them high. Snatch out the back. Again, like doing a dip. Keep the body really stable through these as well. You don't want much movement. We've got 10 seconds. Finish off this minute. If you can pull faster, if you can speed up, do it. Good stuff. Little recovery, and then we move back to the freestyle. Ready? Off we go. So be honest with yourself on these. Try and maintain the very best technique you can. If you find that you're working slightly less hard on these ones, but you're getting it technically right, that's probably better. You can do the higher reps and get the heart rate higher on the less technical. non-front crawl based sections of the session. That's not to say you shouldn't still be working hard. 10 seconds to go, and then we're into our third of the 3 sets. Set number 2 that we're doing. Time. Alright guys, last muscle ups coming. If you want more resistance, stretch away from the anchor point. Ready? Go. Now remember, we're over halfway through now, and this whole session is about doing as many reps as you can. The more you do in sessions like this, the more fitness you'll have, the more strength you'll have when you get back in the water. And do this often enough, you might even have more strength, more muscular endurance, more fitness than you had when you were in the pool. And I firmly believe it's possible to build swim-specific fitness on land if we put the work in. So the only question is, are you willing to put the work in? 15 seconds, and that's the last of the muscle ups. So try and speed up, pull and snatch, pull and snatch, pull and snatch, pull and snatch. 2. Good. So, one more front crawl specific section in 3 seconds. Work with me, let's go. So again, try and get that range early on. Arms high when they're in that front position. Catch. Get good length through rotation at the front, and then extend all the way to the back. Don't shorten that stroke. When people talk about length in the stroke, the misconception that it's at the front. It's not, it's at the back. Getting length at the back to power you forward is what's going to make you faster in the water. And that's exactly what we're trying to get now. 15 seconds, try and speed it up if you can. Last bit. Okay, good. So now guys, look here, we're on to ski pulls and freestyle. 3 of each. 2 seconds for ski pulls. Palm 1. Okay, this is such a tough one. You'll do the first 5. I've lost the band. Nightmare. Okay, a quick edit. I'm gonna swap bands and we can carry on. It's exactly the same exercise, ski pulls, snapping back. Now, if you do lose a band like I just did, you can, instead of holding the handles, just move your hands to holding the rope there, the cord. These are my old set, and they might break as well. But if you've got a stretchy bit of cord, even without handles, you can still do the work. Okay, first set done. Still got a band. Hey, it's the real world, not TV land. So we're on to freestyle again. Off we go. So, straight back into that front crawl position. Get the high catch, keep the elbows high, snap the arm back. If you can think at the front about the push forward from the shoulder and then the lift of the elbow before you snap back, you'll find you really engage the chest and the lats far more than you do if you just drop the fingers straight in. So push at the front and then lift the elbow, push and lift, push and lift, push and lift. 15 seconds, speed it up if you can, go for reps, as many as you can. Remember, in this set, hard work, let's go. 2 seconds. Okay, good stuff. Back to ski pulls. I'm not sure if I trust my band, so I'm going to do as I said. I'm going to hold them here Forget the handles, and off we go. Ski pulls. I'm pretty sure I can still get the work in just as I was before. Again, you can isolate the body here, like this, keep it really still, and put it all in the arms. Or still in the arms, but a bit more total body. Just start to put in a little bit more of a dip, so you just push the chest down as you snap the arms back. I tell you what, that is absolutely killing the triceps. You want to keep the elbows tucked right into your side. The further out they go, the less it targets the triceps. Many reps as you can, guys, come on. You've only got one more ski pulls. 3 seconds, push. Good stuff. Now we're going to transition into our front crawl. We've got one more, then ski pulls, then the final one. Ready? Off we go. Don't know about you, getting quite tired now. If this is too easy, or if you don't feel like you've done the work, or you want a longer session, then you can just finish this and then rewind to the beginning and do it again. And if you want something different, you can just look around on the channel and find the other high intensity pull cord workout, about 20 minutes long, similar length to this. Do that. If you want something more total body, choose one of the other workouts that will test your whole body fitness and build strength and condition. Last 5 seconds and then we're on to our last ski pulls. Good. Okay. Grabbing the band again. 3 seconds, all you've got on this one, guys. Come on. Go. Pull those arms to straight. Fire them out behind you, just like you do when you finish the stroke. Keep the core tight. Belly button sucked in, so that the arms have a stable base to work off. For me, this is one of the most tiring exercises you can do with swim cords. And you can make it harder by stepping away from the anchor point. 20 seconds. Try and speed it up now. Try and speed it up. All you've got. Push, push, push. Snap it back to straight arms. Get those triceps firing. Elbows into your side. You're nearly done on these. One more exercise to go. Good. On to the last one. Finishing off really specific. Go. The advice I heard once about swimming was you always want to finish with your best stroke and your most specific work. So I always try and do that in the pool. Finish by just doing some really easy, technically proficient 25 meters or 50 meters with fins, so that when you get out, it's the best technique that you've swum with that stays in your mind. And it's exactly the same with this session. You finish with the most specific work. You finish with the best technique possible. You're nearly there. Try and accelerate into the wall. 5 seconds to go. 2, 1. Oh, time. Good stuff, everyone. That's 18 minutes of work. Time to cool down. Okay, great work, everyone. We've done quite a lot of work there through the chest and the lats. So we're just going to do a couple of simple stretches, nothing too much. So I'm going to kneel down, and then all I'm going to do is push up into a nice streamlined position, get the hands in right by my head, and then I'm just going to rock over to the right to stretch through the left hand lat, and then I'm going to go over to the left hand side. I'm trying to push my right shoulder blade out, and that stretches through the lat there as well. We'll do one more of those either side. Really try and keep those fingers long, keep pushing out. Get the arms as long as you can. And then the same on the other side. Push the hands out. Push the shoulder blade out in the opposite direction. And then relax. Bring one hand in behind you and pull down here. So we're stretching through the triceps that we obviously activated and worked hard on the ski pulls. And then we're just going to swap to the other side and pull in there. Exactly the same, stretch through the triceps. Good stuff. And finally, you want to interlake your fingers behind your back. Just push behind you. If you can sit forward to push the hands up high, you can. Just like this is okay. Try and keep the hands high. Push for as long as you can. My fingers are slipping. You can do more of those stretches. That's just a few for you to try and a bit of a cool down. If that wasn't enough, like I said, you can jump across, you can do our other high intensity muscular endurance swim specific workout. Go and give it a try. There are plenty of other ones for you to follow along with, and I make sure I join in with you on all of them, so you're not going to be doing it alone. You can follow along in real time. Please remember to subscribe and like this video, and hopefully we'll see you back here sometime soon. Well done, everyone.